Today, we're diving into a really powerful concept from our source material, divine grace. Now, it's a term you've probably heard a million times, but what does it actually mean to receive it? And more importantly, how could it change, well, everything? Let's get into it.
So let's start with something I think we can all relate to. You know that feeling, that constant pressure to measure up, to be better, to do more. It's that little voice in your head just kind of nagging you, saying you're always falling short. But what if that whole struggle is based on a huge misunderstanding? What if you're stuck on this treadmill, just desperately trying to earn something that was never for sale in the first place? Okay, so this brings us to the first big idea from our source material, what it calls the earning trap. And it's this fascinating concept that sometimes our own best efforts are the very thing blocking the blessing.
The source actually points to three specific mindsets that get in our way. First, there's just that basic instinct to try and earn it. Then you've got religious pride, the feeling that we have to somehow impress God with how good we are. And finally, self-sufficiency, this idea that we can somehow qualify for this incredible gift all on our own.
So if trying to earn it doesn't work, what's the alternative? Well, this is where we get to the core revelation of this material, which points to a completely different path forward.
And that alternative is a little word called grace. The source defines it so simply and so powerfully: God's unmerited favor. And that word right there, unmerited, that's the game changer. It just flips the whole script. It's a gift. No payment required, no performance needed, no earning involved.
And I love this modern metaphor the source uses to explain it. It frames grace as this kind of divine support system, something designed specifically for those who could never, ever qualify on their own merits. It's not for the people who have it all together, it's for the rest of us.
So the most crucial point is this: grace isn't something we're working towards. The source is so emphatic about this. From this perspective, the work has already been done. It's finished. The price has been paid in full.
This brings up a huge question, right? If you can't earn it, how in the world do you get it? If it's not about what you do, then what is it about?
Well, it's not about an external action. It's all about an internal shift. It's an attitude. It starts with surrender, just letting go of all that self-effort and control. Then it moves to acceptance, just embracing the gift without feeling like you have to qualify. And finally, it's sealed by trust, a simple belief in the absolute goodness of the one giving the gift.
But let's be real. What happens when our feelings just don't line up with this idea? This next section from our source draws such a critical distinction between faith and feeling.
This comparison is just fascinating. I mean, look at the contrast here. Faith is positioned as this active force. It's based on conviction, and it produces action. Feelings, on the other hand, are based on emotion, and they just lead to pondering and hesitation. According to this, faith is what actually moves you forward to receive the miracle, while getting stuck in your feelings can cause you to miss the opportunity altogether. And the source material makes a really striking point to back this up. It highlights that the prerequisite for a miracle was never, hey, go get your life in order first. Nope, the question was always so much simpler. Do you believe I can do this? Belief itself was the key that unlocked the door. So what does all of this lead to? Well, it builds into a completely new way of living, a whole new reality that, according to the source, is available to you right here, right now. When you operate from this place of grace, what does that actually look like? The source is crystal clear on this. You get 100% full access, with absolutely zero prerequisites. Nothing you need to do or be first. And the time to claim it? It's right now. This isn't something you have to work up to. It's a present tense reality. But what about those moments when those old feelings of unworthiness sneak back in? The source addresses this head-on with this powerful reminder. Even if your own heart, your own feelings condemn you, God's reality is greater than your heart. Your feelings don't get the final say. In fact, this new reality actually empowers your words. It's like your words get an upgrade. The source claims you can actively speak healing into situations, declare freedom, announce forgiveness, and proclaim your true identity. Here's a great way to visualize it. Think about it like this. No matter how big our past mistakes feel, they're always finite. But the supply of grace, in contrast, is presented as infinite. It's not even a fair fight. One can never, ever outweigh the other. So, what does this actually look like day to day? Well, our source material wraps up with 4 really practical steps. Start praying differently, like you're talking to a loving father, not a demanding employer. Really dig in and study grace to deepen your understanding, and then extend that same grace to others that you've received. And finally, just live freely. Step into each day confident, knowing your access isn't based on your performance. So we're going to leave you with this final thought from the source. This isn't just some abstract theological idea. It's a question of freedom, and it has real-world consequences. So the real question is, what chains in your life would finally break if you truly accepted this freedom today?